Hello, Beard Wizard family. Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Beard Wizard Man, also known as Trevor on social media. Links to all which you're going to find in that video description below, including ways to support this channel. We got new merch. We got a new merch store. We got a Patreon. But the biggest thing you can do is to click that red subscribe button and join the Beard Wizard family. Our goal this year is 5,000 by the end of the year, and we're moving strong. We're on track. But a few more clicks would certainly help. I would love a little bit of cushion. I'd like to get there a little early, but that's just me. But thank you guys, everybody who has joined. I don't do a ton of live gaming content on this channel anymore, and this is going to be kind of a weird one. I wasn't sure where it would sort of fall. It's kind of a review of content. It's kind of a reaction to content. I'm definitely going to rant, and it's kind of news. So I didn't really have a category for this one. So it's going to fall under Beard Wizard Rants, and we're going to talk about some things. But before we do, I want to make something very clear for those who might be watching Suddenly Toast, or your friends, your defenders, people who are jumping in and supporting you. That's great and all. But I want you, before you click that button, because I know you've been DMCA striking other people who have posted this content. Before you click that button, I want you to read YouTube's rules on false DMCA claims. And I want you to read articles about the Ninth Circuit Court's ruling on false DMCA claims. You can't just false DMCA whatever you want and think that it's all hunky-dory and get away with it. So if you're going to DMCA this video, I just want you to read up on that before you do that, all right, bud? So anyway, what are we talking about today? This is about Escape from Tarkov, a game that I play. I'm a relatively small streamer. I don't have a lot of viewers, admittedly. I have a lot of you guys here in YouTube who watch my videos. But over on Twitch, when I play live, I really don't have a ton of people. And that's fine. I enjoy playing the game. I enjoy talking to the couple of 3 or 4 people who come in while I'm playing. And enjoying some time together. So it's not a huge deal to me. But the reason I'm doing this video also is because Toast and his supporters are going around striking people and trying to get this content taken down. And more eyes and ears need to be viewing this, and it really needs to be getting over to Battle State to be manually reviewed. You know, we're going to look at what is considered by many in the community to be 100% proof that Suddenly Toast is cheating. But we're also going to talk about his timeline and his past and what has happened so far. So before we get to the video, before we get to the undeniable proof, so to speak, and before I tell you what I think about it, a little bit about the timeline, because some of these videos have been lacking context. 10IQ started, 10IQ Gaming. I've linked all these videos in the description below too. So all the channels I mentioned are going to be linked below, so you guys can go to them and watch the original stuff. Don't take my word for it. Go watch the original videos. So anyway, not too long ago, let's say before January, nobody knew who Suddenly Toast was. Just like nobody knows who I am in the Tarkov community. And that's kind of where I'm coming at with this perspective. Before January, Toast was me. Toast was streaming to a couple of viewers on Tarkov. He was a relatively average player. His stats weren't that great. He was nobody in the Escape from Tarkov scene. He was just like me. And then comes this streamer challenge in January after the wipe. They were running a competition over the course of several days to score points, and every day there would be a winner. And then I can't remember the exact details, but top ranking people would get streamer items in game, right? So all of a sudden, here comes this guy that nobody's ever heard of, rocketing to the top of the charts on this streamer challenge, Suddenly Toast. Everybody's like, where did this guy come from? He just came absolutely out of nowhere. Nobody's heard of him. You go to his channel, he literally has hardly any viewers. Like, what is going on with this guy? It looks insane, right? So people start checking it out. And there is a video, which you could go, I linked it, the original, what did I call it? The original, or the last days, Suddenly Toast, sorry. Ugh. Suddenly Toast's last stream before he got banned, it shows the suspicious play. It shows his stats. It shows where he is in the leaderboard. And keep in mind, this is like somebody like me suddenly becoming better than everybody else out there, like overnight. It doesn't make any sense. So jump ahead a little bit. He got banned. And there are people out there saying, oh, he's not cheating. He never got banned. He literally got banned. And the next thing he did was he bought a new account to evade that ban. He didn't plead his case. He didn't go back to BSG and say, hey, I didn't do this. He didn't prove that he wasn't a cheater. He didn't get himself unbanned. He just bought a new account. He's ban evading. Which right there is the first mark against him. If you are innocent of this, you would fight it. Just like, was it Zek recently? Zek got banned. Turns out it was a false ban. He fought it. They reinstated his account. Toast didn't do that. Best I could tell. If he did, let me know. Give me a link. But he got banned, bought a new account, ban evading. So follow me? All right. So then he goes on Very Bad Scav, which I linked the video below as well. And Very Bad Scav gives him an open platform to prove himself, to say, if you're not banning, show us everything. And Scav has people in the chat trying to help him, like, show me this, show me that, go in here and do this, show me these different things on your computer. And the real suspicious part is when, and everybody's heard about this, he deletes the DMA device from his process from his device manager. Right now, a DMA device is two different. It literally is a direct memory access controller. It's a pretty standard piece of computer hardware. It's used by some CPUs. It's not used by others. It's currently used by the higher end Ryzen 5 and 7. I have it on my computer. If you have a Ryzen CPU, you probably have DMA in your device manager. It is also used as a device, a literal not external, but a separate peripheral that you could plug into your motherboard that allows you to run. Basically, it allows you to mask, or no, it's not the one that allows you to. It allows you to access the memory on another computer that is your cheat computer. So what it is you play on one with a DMA on it. The DMA is accessing another computer. Things like ESP, and I don't know the way all the cheats work, but from watching these videos and from what I understand, a cheat like radar that lets a player see the map and see where everybody is on the map. What's happening is the computer is reading the memory. It's downloading all that information into its memory, and then the cheat displays it on the screen because your game needs that information in order for it to run. It needs to know where everybody's at on the map, so it spawns people in when you get close to them. But the cheat reads that memory and displays it on the screen. The DMA device allows them to do that on another computer so that the computer they're actually playing on remains undetectable. That's my understanding of how this works. Well, suddenly Toast saw that thing in there and he deleted it. He actually blacked out his screen, deleted it, and then when his screen came back up, Very Bad Scab's like, where'd it go? He's like, what do you mean? What do you mean where'd it go? What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. Super suspicious. Why would you delete something out of your device manager if you didn't think it was a problem? Now, it may not have been a problem, but if you're already guilty of something and somebody is telling you, well, that indicates you're cheating, then yeah, you'd probably delete it because you're already guilty. You already are feeling that pressure, that guilt. Now, he blames it as, oh, I didn't get enough sleep and whatever. Suddenly Toast has a lot of excuses for this. So, jump ahead. He starts deleting VODs. He starts deleting videos off of his Twitch. He starts removing, basically, and he's doing it still. He's still deleting VODs. He's deleting any video evidence that is suspicious. Why would you delete, if you're legitimate, why would you delete stuff? Why would you delete evidence that isn't evidence? If you're innocent, then that's evidence that you're innocent. Why are you deleting it? It is super suspicious. It's just like a normal person doesn't go through their browser history and delete their browser history unless they're troubleshooting an issue or they've been to websites they don't want people to know they've been to. There's no other reason to delete your history. It's the same thing. If you've never been to a website that might get you in trouble, you would never delete your browser cache. You would never delete your browser history unless you were troubleshooting some sort of problem with your computer that was related to too much crap in your cache. You don't just go delete your history, though, unless you're doing something you shouldn't be doing. So to delete your VODs, to delete your videos, to go back and delete any past recordings of your gameplay, super suspicious, dude. Super suspicious. Why else would you do that? So that's part of it that's really strange, that I'm really trying to wrap my head around. Why is he deleting that? So now we get to the video that came out a little bit ago, and this is the video that Suddenly Toast is trying to get taken down. He's saying is not real. He's blaming everybody, or not blaming everybody, but he's trying to defend this as if it's nothing. So we're going to take a look at this video. I'm going to talk about some of the things I see in it as the average player. Now, keep in mind, before January, Suddenly Toast was just like me. So I've seen a lot of big-time streamers react to this video and say, oh, I wouldn't do that, I wouldn't do this, I wouldn't look here. I'm going to look at it from the perspective of somebody who was at his level, who is at the level he was at just a couple of months ago. Because I see some things in here that, as an average Tarkov player, really throw me off and make me wonder. Because if you've got, like, Willer's watching this video, Willer's got 25,000 hours in the game. He is not going to look at this video the same way I am, because he would play differently than I do. He would play differently than Toast does. So we're going to take a look at this video, and I'm going to point out a few things, and then we're going to get to the indisputable evidence. And I keep putting that in quotes only because I don't want to preload any bias here. I want you to see it, and then I'm going to tell you what I think about it. But we're going to talk about some stuff leading up to it as well. So we're going to switch over to that. And, all right, here we go. Okay. I may stop this a little bit, but and Summit called out the same thing right here. That scan back there was pointless. There, he would not have had time to see anybody approaching, and there are PMC spawns back there. There is no reason to do a scan like that if you're just going to do that. It was too quick.
Well, fucking bitches and bushes. You're just going to go in and out, right?
Yeah.
What I gotta do.
Now, see how long he looks there. If there were PMCs do spawn and run across that highway in front of where he's at, but you would not be able to see them from that elevation. They're farther back. I don't know why he spends so much time looking at this area right here, because I have never, in my time running this map, I have never run down that dip where he's looking right there. Only if I'm on the side of the water that he's on do I run through that construction area. If I'm on the other side where he's looking, I'm staying farther back between him and Scav Camp. I'm not running through that dip right there. So I don't know. The only reason I could think of is why he's looking that way is he already sees people moving in his ESP or his radar.
Yeah.
Don't want to just go in and out.
I'm gonna be doing some murders too.
What?
I run into people, I'm gonna murder.
Did this dude really just fucking spawn
See,
right
again.
What the fuck?
Why is he looking that way?
This game.
So let me back up, because I missed another thing that really threw me when he's running through here. Okay. All of his focus is on the right side in the parking lot. I have been capped so many times in this exact spot by somebody that spawned on his left, either on the other side of that blue fence where he is, or somebody that spawned a little farther out that's running toward this area. I mean, literally the other night when I was playing, we all got caught. Me and 3 other guys who were running all got caught in this construction zone by somebody who spawned just on the other side of that blue wall. He's not even looking over there. He is not even looking in the direction of power or the other side of that wall. And he spends so much time scoping this area he can't see because of the hill. He's looking in the direction of the parking lot. Why is he never looking to the left? Because there are spawns over there. He could easily get killed from the left on his way to the mall.
I'm gonna be doing some murders too.
What?
I run into people, I'm gonna murder.
Did this dude really just fucking spawn right behind me? What the fuck?
See?
I fucking love this game, dude.
Those scans are too fast. There, you cannot see anything scanning that parking lot that quickly. I can't think of any other reason he would do that. And again, he's not looking left. PMC spawned along this road all the way back to power. They could have spawned at power and are running toward the side or the front to go in the garage area. But he never looks there. Never looks to his left, which he's about to cross a wide open field of fire and never look. You know, I think he pops once, he looks in that direction real quick, but he never scans it for long enough to determine if anybody's there.
Dude, so good.
Scam. Ooh.
Yeah, see, he looks a little bit,
I
but
didn't know that was an emote.
only because he's running in that direction. He doesn't actually scan that area. I would be scoping that road. I would be looking up at the sign. There's a big sign people can get up in. There's a hill. I'd be looking at the hill. You know, I would not cross this field of fire without scanning the left first before I open myself up. While he's at that, actually, let's back up. Oh, I went too far.
I'm gonna be doing some murders too.
What?
I run into people, I'm gonna murder.
I went too far.
Did this dude really just fucking spawn right behind me? What the fuck?
So
I fucking love this game, dude.
I will show you right here. The average player, me, who's about to cross this field of fire right here, the first thing I'm doing is I'm rushing this fence, hopping this fence, and getting between that building and that blue fence where that garbage pile is, so that my back is covered, because I've already cleared behind me, supposedly. So nobody should be coming from behind me. So now I need to clear this field of fire toward power. So I'd be getting in there, getting cover, and I'd be scanning before I ran out in the open again. And I'd be scanning the hill, the sign, the road. And that's just me as the average Tarkov player that was, you know, the same level as Toast just a couple of months ago. I've been killed too many times crossing this road without looking. I wouldn't do this. So unless I was in a hurry. It's the only reason I would do what he's doing is if I was in a hurry.
So good.
Scam. Ooh. I didn't know that was an emote. That's cool. I like that. Tokyo, I like that.
He takes such quick looks that he's still focused on the parking lot. Okay, so yes, I'm going to back up a little bit. I wouldn't necessarily get up on those boxes, but it's probably not bad because most people rushing across the parking lot are trying to get inside. This is an okay shooting lane, I think, across the front. There's a lot of obstructions in his way. So I don't think it's necessarily the best shooting lane across the front of the mall because you're going to see a lot of cover. You've only got a very narrow opening. You would be able to see people crossing through. It also exposes you if anybody's really close, which I guess if you knew there was nobody close, you wouldn't worry too much about it. But yeah, I wouldn't get up on that box. I'd probably take cover behind it, or I'd take cover behind that steel plate on the left there, or the bus itself. But that's just me, as an average player who's not certain where anybody's at. All right, watch this. Watch this.
Oh.
He zooms in that's the thing too that nobody's calling out in this. He doesn't get up there and get ready right away. If I'm gonna prep and snipe an area, I'm getting into position, and I've got my scope up immediately because everything happens so fast in Tarkov. Everybody moves so fast that if you don't have your scope up, there's a good chance they're gone before you're prepared. He manages to get his scope up like immediately, on time, not ahead of time.
Oh.
And he's like, oh, what did he see? Even on the first guy, what did he see?
Oh.
And see how it jerked back?
Damn it.
That was the other thing that people didn't call out the first time. So the suspicion is that he is using some sort of ESP or radar on another screen. That's why we don't see it on his screen. And that he is using an aimbot that is activated by either a button press or a key press, some sort of toggle that turns his auto aim on and off. And the suspicion is he was holding it down this whole time to try to get this guy. And if that's the case, then when the guy leaves his view, the auto aim would find another target. It would try to find another target that is also within his field of view. But now, as you could see, because his scope is in, his field of view on the right is blocked between the sign and the connex there, that red connex. But when he's not zoomed in, there is an open field of view on the right-hand side of those signs. So his scope pops over there really fast. Like, why? Because he's trying to shoot this guy. Why would he scope to the right when he's trying to shoot this guy?
Don't stop. Oh, you moved right when I... Oh, the third.
Oh, see? Actually, I missed it. Watch. We'll get to the third one here in a second. So he sees this guy.
Oh.
See, he has that whole field of view. Watch him. And why did it jerk over there like that?
Oh, damn it. Don't stop.
Why, when he's trying to hit that one guy who's dancing around in front of him, why would he suddenly jerk to the right unless his auto aim was tracking somebody in his field of view that he can't see because of the side of his scope? And then the third one comes along.
Stop. Oh, you moved right when I... Oh, the third.
See? Oh, there's a third. Now, he tried to tell Summit that he meant to say, oh, they're going inside. That's total horseshit. Total horseshit. Now, 10IQ, this is 10IQ's breakdown or video clip of Toast playing. He's going to slow it down here in a second and watch how the reticle moves when his, I would say, his auto aim detects the third guy. He's going to slow it down here. Watch this. See, why did it snap over there? That's the first suspicious thing. Then he misses. Snaps over there.
Oh, damn it. Don't stop. Oh,
Misses.
You moved right when I... Oh, the third.
Oh, there's a third. And see how his gun hops? Watch it.
Oh. You moved right when I... Oh, the third.
See?
Right when...
Now, the reason it's going up like that, the only explanation for it rising and falling like that is the guy is vaulting the fence. There's this, see that fence right in the front there? That fence goes all the way around if you're not familiar with this map. That guy is vaulting the fence before he crosses between the signs. Now, he's going to say, and some people have said, oh, it's just his mouse moving weird. His mouse has been running a pretty clean horizontal plane the whole time because he's tracking two guys at head level that are the same height and the same distance away from him, is what I'm saying, what I'm going to say. But in any case, even if his auto aim wasn't tracking these guys' heads, he's not moving his mouse up and down at all during this whole exchange. He's not moving his mouse up and down unless he's sighting in when the guy was crouching. There is no reason for his mouse to have jumped at this point, unless it was tracking the guy's head when he vaulted the fence. And again, he couldn't have seen the guy. And he says, oh, there's, before the guy even shows up, and he tries to say, oh, I was saying, oh, they were going inside. But still doesn't explain why you moved to the right because you didn't see the guy. It doesn't explain why you started talking. It doesn't explain why the mouse, why the reticle jumps here at this point. Has no explanation for it whatsoever. And because the guy is moving so fast, you see how narrow that field of fire is? That's why I don't understand why you would go there. Because you're only going to catch PMCs running through a very small gap with a lot of cover. I mean, he's got basically less than a second to make a shot if somebody's just sprinting across that lane. He can't catch him running up to it. He can't catch him past it. It makes no sense to go there unless you know that somebody's going to be running through that particular space, right? So that to me is 100%. I have no doubts in my mind that we just witnessed somebody using a combination of some sort of ESP/radar, maybe both, and some sort of toggled auto aim. Now, he's using a head cam sometimes to show that he's not looking at anything, but he's not looking at everything when he's got that head cam on. He also, there's a lot of ways this could work, and we've seen explanations in a lot of streams from other people who have explained that he could have his radar/ESP on a tablet that he has maybe in his lap, that he has on a different spot, that he's looking at out of the corner of his eye. I mean, I can look pretty far. I can actually see my laptop that you guys can't see without turning my head. I have a laptop right here. You guys can't see it. I can see it without moving my head. And even if I wanted to look better at it, I could look here at my monitor and look at my laptop. It's right there. He also, when he's doing this stream that we just watched, I'm pointing at my second monitor over here where the video is. He's got a fourth monitor over here that he's not showing. And when he did the head cam streams, when he actually did the one where he was looking around and moving the head cam, his stats sucked. He was a horrible player. He couldn't hit crap. He died all the time. His entire gameplay style changed when he went from using a head cam to when he played in this particular video. So where are we at after this? There was a stream that 10IQ did the other day. I also linked that one, where probably the most unhinged person came in to defend Toast. And this guy, first of all, this guy works or helps manage or does something for a cheating Discord. So he's already a piece of garbage. And he's defending a cheater. 2 strikes. And then he went in to say, no, Toast is legit, but every other big streamer out there is cheating. And what's really, really damning, I guess, is because he says Toast and Axel TV, those guys are legit. Everybody else, Willers, Landmark, Gingy, all the others, all cheating. And then I linked the video. It's a long-ass video. I highly recommend checking it out in pieces and parts, though I think Toast is going to edit it and break it into more sizable chunks or more manageable chunks. But you got to watch this guy try to explain why Willers is cheating. It's hysterical. He is so, like, if he didn't do it for so long, because he did it for hours. If he just did it for a few minutes, I'd be like, this guy is trolling. But you don't troll for that long. Like, it was like a 3-hour conversation where he went in about how Willers is cheating and Gingy's cheating, and they looked at video and he's like, oh no, look at there, and that's it. And we're all like, what are you talking about, man? You're nuts. Toast has been DMCA claiming videos. He hit 10 IQ with a couple of them this morning. So that's why I had that little opening that I had. So why are you trying to take down videos if you're innocent? Why are you trying to get, again, if you're legit, why didn't you fight your ban with Battlestate? Why are you taking down VODs? Why are you DMCAing people? If you're legit, why are you trying to take down any sort of video evidence of anything? Prove yourself. You're not proving yourself. So yeah, that's where we're at right now. And he's still streaming. He's still playing. He says he's in the Air Force, but he has 14 hours a day to stream. Maybe he's in the reserve. But he says he's stationed abroad. I don't understand how you have that kind of free time if you're in the military. That's an 8-hour-a-day job. I don't know if anybody knows this, but when you're in the service, when you're in the Air Force or the Army or the Marines or the Navy, it's not like you only go to work whenever they need you. It's an 8-hour-a-day job, 5 days a week, sometimes more than 8 hours a day. Dude can stream for 10, 12, 14 hours a day and work. When do you sleep, dude? You know, if on top of this, and no evidence whatsoever at all, I'm just going to say, if on top of cheating, if on top of all the other garbage, you're also stolen valor, that'd be pretty freaking shitty. So I hope that's not the case. That better not be the case. But it does seem weird that if you're in the Air Force, you know, regular service, stationed abroad, and you got 14 hours a day to stream, doesn't make sense to me unless you just don't sleep. And then if you don't sleep, I hope you don't have a really important job at the Air Force, because some of those guys deal with some pretty dangerous shit. But anyway, there's nothing about that. It's just he says he's in the Air Force, and doesn't make sense to me. I work a full-time job that's not in the military, and I couldn't stream 14 hours a day. I don't have the time. So I don't know how anybody else that actually has a full-time job could possibly stream that much. But that's neither here nor there. Let's just wrap it up with saying I do think Suddenly Toast is cheating. This evidence that we just watched is pretty conclusive. Battlestate, I sent the video to Battlestate. Many people have sent the video to Battlestate to have it reviewed. What really needs to happen is if you get killed in-game by somebody named Suddenly Toast TV, I think it's spelled weird, SUDNLY_Toast TV or whatever. If you get killed by him, just report him. Just flat out report. There's going to be a video. I know 10IQ's doing it. I don't have any of the image. I didn't take the images from his Discord. I'm not going to do that. But he is going to break down a comparison of the stats that Toast has versus all of the big streamers. And I'm not going to give away the big reveal. That's for Toast to show you guys. But check that out when it comes out, because it's pretty eye-opening when you start doing stat comparisons. But yeah, you get killed by Suddenly Toast, report him. If he's legit, nothing will happen. But people need to report him so that Battlestate starts reviewing his shit. Because he's not, I don't think he's legit. I honestly do not believe he's legit. I have watched a ton of video. When I used to help admin Call of Duty 4 and Modern Warfare servers way back in the day, we used to have to watch screen caps of people and watch video of people playing to see if they were legit. I've watched a lot of people cheat and done a lot of manual bans. You know, there are things to look for. There's behavior to look for. It's not just in this. It's not just in his cursor followed a guy. It's in their behavior. It's in the way they play. It's in the confidence with which they play. Not checking certain sectors, not watching certain spawns, not looking up certain lanes of fire. The only reason you would do that is if you, A, don't care. You don't care if you get shot, or B, nobody's there. Because the average player like me does not play like that. And up until a couple months ago, he was no different than me. So take it for what you will. Go watch the videos. Some of them are very long, I know. Get your own evidence. don't believe me, go look at it with your own eyes. Go look at all the evidence and make up your own mind. But at the end of the day, you get killed by him in game, report him. Just report him. It's the worst that'll happen. He doesn't get banned, but if he is cheating, they'll review him and he'll get banned again. And then we can start reporting him to Twitch because he's ban evading and he's streaming on Twitch. And Twitch has rules against cheating in video games. And I don't know why he's still on Twitch because people have been reporting him for weeks now. And he's still streaming on Twitch. So anyway, take a look at this stuff. Take a look at the videos in the video description below. Watch for 10IQ's video coming up soon. Again, he is going to break down a stat comparison with each streamer, I think. He's going to show you Toast stats versus Landmark, Willers, all these others. Excuse me, trying not to belch in your ear. So check that out. I'm not going to give away the surprise. It's going to be interesting, I promise. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the video. Be sure to subscribe. Go check out the videos in the description below so you can get more context and more information about this. And yeah, I will see you guys all soon. You have a great one. Much love.